They were true American heroes, both on and off the battlefield, and their inspirational story begins in Tuskegee, Alabama. Melissa Bowman takes us to the Tuskegee Airmen National Historic Site.
The Tuskegee Airmen were extraordinary. Their bravery's been portrayed on stage and screen. In Sheron Rose's case, there's even a mural dedicated to her father.
I like to say that I'm swelled with pride. My dad was a good dad, good husband, good family man.
Sheron's father, Sherman Rose, was a flight instructor who trained the legendary pilots. The Tuskegee Airmen National Historic Site means a lot to her.
I am certainly humbled on behalf of Daddy and others that the Tuskegee Airmen received that recognition. None of them were looking for fame or fortune, but simply the opportunity to prove that they were able to fly.
Which they did. The red-painted tails of their planes became synonymous with success.
The bombers started calling them red-tail angels. The commanding officer of the Red Tails overseas wrote on the side of his plane by request, because all these bomber units started requesting them as their escorts.
But getting to that point was nothing short of a miracle. The odds were stacked against them, but they prevailed. And you can see where their journey began.
This is the site where the Tuskegee Airmen received their primary flight training. It's where they disproved the myth. They didn't have the intelligence or the physical or mental capabilities to be pilots, to be mechanics, to be tank operators.
The significance of this site cannot be overstated. Here you can see where the legacy of the Tuskegee Airmen began, and you can even hear them tell their stories in their own words.
But maintenance was crucial.
One of the first things we did was start interviewing as many of the Tuskegee Airmen as we could. Because of their advanced age, we tried to get as much as we could in their own words while we could.
The site tells the stories of the pilots and also others vital to the mission, like mechanics, support staff, and the many women who served. It also chronicles the Tuskegee Airmen's contributions after the war as they faced two battles.
They would fight not just for their country against fascism, but they would fight here at home against racism to make conditions better for when they came home.
They may be world famous, but there's more to learn about the Tuskegee Airmen at the National Historic Site. It's also a place for reflection.
The Tuskegee Airmen are an important part of American history. They prove that valor is not based on anything other than what's inside of you, not based on the color of skin or anything else.
For Sheron Rose, it's a place that both honors the past and inspires future generations.
I think it's one of those sites, it's a must-see. Not only is family oriented, you've got history there, but you also have the future, or the possibility of the future.
For Simply Southern, I'm Melissa Bowman.
The Tuskegee Airmen National Historic Site not only draws visitors from around Alabama, park rangers have also welcomed people from across the U.S., as well as England, Ireland, Germany, and even as far away as Australia and New Zealand.
Wow. If you plan to visit the site or schedule a group tour, be sure to contact the park ahead of time for operating hours. You can call or visit nps.gov/TUAI. Well, most of us figure out our purpose in life as we grow up. Other folks are born knowing what they'll do. Up next on Simply Southern, you'll meet a young man who never had any doubt that he would work to produce America's food and fiber.
Our history is a story of hope. With strong roots in agriculture, we formed the Alabama Farmers Federation in 1921. And with our hope of serving all Alabamians, a dream was realized in 1946 when Alpha wrote its first insurance policy. We're honored to be a part of generations of families who continue to place their trust in us. As we reflect on our legacy of service to farmers, families, and communities, we celebrate our shared history with renewed hope for the future. Thank you for being a part of our story.
As a farmer, I grow U.S. farm-raised catfish. Doing that, I know it's a safe product and I enjoy eating it any way my wife likes to cook it. Hi, I'm Luke Smelly and I'm Alabama 2020 Catfish Farmer of the Year from Greensboro, Alabama. If you haven't tried U.S. farm-raised catfish, you should because it's delicious. Simple as that.
Farm Bureau Bank has built its entire existence around the lifestyle and needs of farmers and ranchers across America. We're here to help grow traditions, give back to agricultural communities, and offer financial convenience for your unique way of life. From sunup to sundown, we are committed to serving you.
Hi y'all, I'm Kim Earwood with Alabama Ag in the Classroom. You'll be showered with knowledge in today's Rural Dictionary that's all about irrigation, which is the process of applying controlled amounts of water to land. There are three main types. Surface irrigation relies on gravity to deliver water over the soil surface. Drip irrigation lessens evaporation by delivering smaller amounts of water directly into the root zone. Center pivots are overhead sprinklers that are commonly seen on large row crop farms. According to the U.S. Department of Agriculture, Alabama farmers have about 142,000 acres of irrigated land. For more ag education resources, visit alabamaAITC.org. This Rural Dictionary is brought to you by Alabama Ag in the Classroom. See you next time.